Facts. Below is a list of passengers' hidden truth and facts you probably don't know. The voice of the Starship Avalon belongs to voiceover artist Emma Clark, who is also one of the iconic Mind the Gap voices on London Underground. Reshoots for the film were scheduled as late as October 2016 to fix story elements that were not working. Despite being billed fifth, Andy Garcia has well under a minute of screen time, and no lines whatsoever. The screenplay for this film was featured in the 2007 Blacklist, a list of the most liked unmade scripts of the year. On the poster, under the title contains the symbols, Morse code for SOS. According to a news article by The Hollywood Reporter, both leads will be pulling down double-digit millions. Chris Pratt will be paid $12 million while Jennifer Lawrence is looking at $20 million against 30% of the profits. The bar scenes in Passengers are quoted as being inspired by the bar scenes in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Similarities include the fact that in both films the bartenders are identically dressed, carry themselves in a sophisticated manner, have a strange friendship with the lead male, are not concerned with payment, and are unable to leave. Another similarity, just like the Overlook Hotel bar, the primary light source shines from below rather than above. Jennifer Lawrence's character is named Aurora in reference to her being a sleeping beauty like the Disney film with the same name. According to production designer Dias, the inspiration for the ship's rotary design came from observing the seeds of sycamore trees, and how they spin like tiny helicopters as they fall. The story and screenplay for Passengers was developed at Keanu Reeves and Stephen Hamill's production company Company Films. The bar's Art Deco design, a vast departure from the futuristic layout everywhere else on the ship, was an aesthetic choice based on a classic New York bar, intended to bring a feeling of familiarity to the film's audience. Keanu Reeves and Rachel McAdams were at one time attached to star, with Brian Kirk attached to direct. Similar to the technique used in 2001, A Space Odyssey, scenes where the characters had to walk inside the centrifuge were shot hamster wheel style. The set spun underneath them as they stepped forward. The Starship Avalon shares its name with the mythical location where King Arthur is taken to recover from his wounds, the place from whence he would one day return. As such, the bartender, Arthur, is aptly named. In Jim's room you can see the brand sign, logo, of Village Roadshow pictures as part of the decorations inside the room. Reese Witherspoon and Emily Blunt were at separate times attached to the female lead, with the Weinstein Company producing. Michael Sheen has described bartender Arthur as a cross between a puppy and a toaster. Gabrielle Muxino, Mark Forster and Brian Kirk were previously attached to direct before Morton Tyldum. David Fincher was attached to direct this film at an early stage after it was greenlit by Sony but left the project before any casting decisions were made. Rumors that Darren Aronofsky had considered directing the film were false. They were based largely on Aronofsky directing Jennifer Lawrence in a different film right before she began her work on this movie. The film was previously set up at Universal. Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence are both part of movie adaptations of Marvel Comics, while Chris Pratt plays Peter Quill, Star-Lord, in Guardians of the Galaxy. Jennifer Lawrence plays Raven Darkholme, Mystique, in the X-Men series. Another sci-fi appearance in which Lawrence Fishburne is dealing with issues in space, Event Horizon, 1997, Captain Miller, Lawrence Fishburne. The lead character, Jim, shares his name with another famous interstellar space traveler, James T. Kirk of Star Trek, 1966. Jennifer Lawrence plays a character named Aurora. Coincidentally, one of Lawrence's co-stars in the film is Aurora Perrineau.
Spoilers.
The trivia items below may give away important plot points. Jennifer Lawrence claimed that she was extremely nervous performing her sex scene with Chris Pratt since it was not only her first sex scene, but the first time she had kissed an actor who was married. Lawrence further claimed that she drank alcohol to fortify herself the day of filming the scene. Regarding the ethical implications of the hero's choice early in the film, director Tilton responds, "I think most of us, faced with the same choice, would have done the same thing. Making a movie that leaves people room to argue about what they would have done, or could have forgiven, makes for fascinating storytelling." Jennifer Lawrence has stated that this was her first sex scene, but she previously had sex scenes in Like Crazy, 2011, with Anton Yelchin and Serena, 2014, alongside Bradley Cooper. When Chris Pratt's character, Jim Preston, is sleeping, the aurora borealis is displayed on the monitor on the wall, thus reversing the role play of Jim watching Aurora sleep. Aurora is also the name of a Kim Stanley Robinson novel, also featuring a female, if not always sympathetic protagonist, a charismatic AI, realistic interstellar travel, hibernauts, and something going spectacularly wrong. The Passengers Facts and Truths.